Well, good morning. It's 10 minutes past 8 o'clock, 59 degrees now, a nice, comfortable day so far. And I'd like to introduce you to my guest on the phone. Grace Ott is here from Cornell Cooperative Extension of Orange County. She is livestock, dairy, and equine educator. Grace, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
So we had you on the air today, especially because we generally have someone from Cornell Cooperative Extension on once a month. But this June is National Dairy Month, and you are, among other things, the dairy educator. So let's talk about milk and cheese and stuff.
That sounds great.
Well, I'm learning a whole lot about dairy farms, and you sent me some information. The first commercial dairy farm in America was founded where?
Here in Goshen.
In Goshen, in the 1830s, it says here.
Yeah.
How big a farm do you have to have a dairy farm? Does it have to be really big with 1 billion cows?
No, definitely not. There are farms of all different sizes, both here in New York State and as well as all across the country. And actually, about 97% of farms are family-owned and operated. So even if it's a big farm, or even if it's like incorporated, it still is probably owned by a family.
And that's become the way of life for the whole family, getting up early to milk the cows on a set schedule. And I guess that's just the way that it turns into a very satisfying way of life for a lot of people, except that it's expensive. And Orange County farmers sell their milk to a milk co-op that then handles homogenizing and pasteurizing and then distributing it. Is that right?
Yep. There are two main cooperatives that are in our area, and so the farmers, the cooperative takes the milk and then it goes on to further processing, and then it'll be in grocery stores within about 48 hours after being milked from the cow.
Oh, that's really good. 48 hours, that's fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I was also reading up, some people don't want homogenized and pasteurized milk. They want raw milk. Do you have any information on which is better for you?
Well, it kind of depends on what you're looking at. I know raw milk is kind of, a growing a portion of the dairy industry. But of course, science-wise, we do recommend you have to just be aware of some of the potential issues with raw milk, and that, it doesn't go through the process of pasteurization, which would kill a lot of pathogens that could potentially be present in milk. And obviously, dairy farmers do everything they can to keep everything clean and keep their cows healthy, but there is some risk to having raw milk.
Yeah, sure. Sure. And I looked up New York state law. It says you can buy raw milk if you buy it directly from the farm and if that farm is licensed to sell raw milk. It sounds like a lot of hoops to jump through, but I guess...
absolutely. I believe they are inspected more often to ensure that if people are buying raw milk, that they're doing everything they can to keep that as clean as possible.
I think I'm glad to hear that. That's all a good idea. Now, if you're going to just drink milk, that's a good thing. I like the taste of milk. I drink whole milk. I know I probably should go to 2%, but whole milk is not 100% fat. It's
definitely not.
It's only like 4% fat, right?
Yeah, 3.25%. So it's really only about 1.25% more than the 2%.
Okay, so if you drink 2%, you really don't notice a lot of difference in the flavor. By the time you get to skim, well then, yeah, the flavor is completely different. But do you know which is better for you, whole milk versus 2%? Because that's probably a controversy among the dairy people.
Well, I mean, it kind of a lot of it depends on your preference and potentially conversations you might have had with a doctor, a nutritionist. There's really nothing wrong with whole milk. It's definitely can be part of a healthy diet. I personally drink whole milk as well just because I like the flavor a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Even without cookies, I like a glass of milk with dinner. It's just my thing. Okay, so now some other information that you sent me was the the average cow, one cow, produces over 8 gallons of milk per day.
Yep, every single day.
Any human female who's ever given birth probably is nodding her head right now saying, I know what that feels like. But anyway, 8 gallons of milk, those poor cows. Of course they have to be milked on time. Of course. And now, when you decide to do something else with milk, it takes how much milk to make, like, a pound of cheese?
It takes 10 pounds of milk to make a pound of cheese.
Okay. I'm very fond of butter. What about butter?
So butter takes a lot more because, of course, it's a much higher fat component. So it takes 21.2 pounds. And then if you, for ice cream, it takes 12 pounds of milk to make a gallon of ice cream.
But that's well worth it, of course, in every way.
Absolutely.
Yes, I like cheese. I like milk, but I like butter. I love ice cream. I'd like to know who had the brains to figure out how to invent that. Oh, but speaking of inventing, I also read on the information you sent that cream cheese was invented right here in Orange County.
Yep. In 1873, William Lawrence invented cream cheese, and he had a farm in Chester. And then actually, a few years later, he got with a couple, like a distributor in New York, and they marketed the product as Philadelphia cream cheese because at that time, Philadelphia and kind of the surrounding counties in Pennsylvania were really well known for their really creamy dairy products and high-quality products, so they wanted the name associated with that. So the Philadelphia cream cheese brand actually originated in New York.
That's called marketing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Philadelphia cream. Now, is Philadelphia cream cheese like a kind of cream cheese, or is that just like a brand name now?
Now it's just a brand name.
Okay. Just wondered about that. So now, Cornell Cooperative Extension of Orange County has some stuff going on for Dairy Month, don't you? We wanted to talk about that with your 4-H groups and such.
Yeah. So I'm running a Dairy Explorers program. And so what we're doing is we're going to a couple of the dairy farms in our county. And so kids are getting the opportunity to farm and learn about dairy cows and how the dairy industry works. And then they'll also get a chance to participate in our dairy show at our fair in July.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's it at the new fair that's going to be in Otisville, combining your event with the Otisville Country Fair, right?
Yep,
that's
the one.
That's going to be exciting. That's going to be a first this year. Looking forward to that. And if someone has a youngster in 4-H or interested in 4-H or just interested in cows, what do they do to sign up for this Dairy Explorers program?
Well, unfortunately, we are full. We have our capacity for the program, but if they're interested in being notified for next year, they can send me an email. My email is on our website, and they can just let me know, and I can get them on a waiting list.
Okay. Speaking of the website, you can always see what Cornell Cooperative Extension is up to on the website, cceorangecounty.org. And you can go from just the home page to all over the place because people don't realize just how deeply involved Cornell Cooperative Extension is all through the community. So many things. I just see that you've got another movie night coming up at the Warwick Drive-In. I know that's not like dairy related unless you have a glass of milk with your popcorn. Ooh, I don't think they go. What do you think?
Maybe not, but you can have some ice cream, maybe.
Oh yeah, there you go. To the rescue. Ta-da, ta-da. And how long have you been working at Cornell Cooperative Extension? What's your experience with everything you do there?
I've been here for about 1.5 years now. I started last January.
Okay. And you are the livestock, dairy, and equine educator. So you work with, tell us all the animals that you work with. I mean, not just cows.
Just about anything that you could find on a farm. And I work with both the commercial, like producers, like so the farmers, as well as the 4-H animal science programs.
Okay, so all age groups too. You work with the youngins and you work with the established family farms. Are they all family farms in this area?
I believe they are. If not, there's probably only a couple that aren't.
And you are an active resource for them at Cornell Cooperative Extension for information and for updates on everything that's going on.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been our pleasure to have you here today. Everybody, I toast you with a glass of milk, except my last bit of milk I put in my coffee. I hope that counts.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much, Grace Ott from Cornell Cooperative Extension of Orange County, our guest today on Wall Radio. Come back and talk to us again, won't you?
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you very much. It's 8:21 at Wall.